There is a moment in every business where the excitement of, yes, people are finally visiting my site and talking to me, turns into something less glamorous. You look at your bank statement, you look at your lead count, and suddenly you start wondering, am I paying way too much to bring all those people in the door? And why does it feel like the system is working harder than I am? Hello everyone, my name is Lucas and welcome to AnyBiz.io's YouTube channel. Today we're going to simplify something that feels like a finance class mixed with a headache. We are talking about lead generation cost. What it is, how to measure it, how to manage it, and how to reduce it in a smart way. And trust me, once you understand the basics, this becomes a superpower for solopreneurs and small teams. You finally stop guessing where your money is going and start controlling your growth. But before we dive in, you know the drill. Like, subscribe, and tap the bell to help you scale your business without scaling your stress. Done it? Okay, let's do this. Lead generation cost is basically everything you spend to attract someone who's interested in buying from you. That includes your ads, your tools, your SDR effort if you have one, your content, your software subscriptions, basically everything that contributes to bringing new leads into your world. A lot of beginners think it's only ads, but if you're paying for CRM tools, email tools, LinkedIn tools, data enrichment, or even spending time manually prospecting, all of that is also part of a real cost. Understanding this number tells you if your growth is actually sustainable, or if you're accidentally pouring money into a leaky bucket. Let's keep this simple. Start by choosing a time period. Add up everything you spend to generate leads during that same period. Then count how many real leads enter your CRM during that same time. Divide your total cost by your total lead count. And that's your cost per lead. And from now on, we will call cost per lead CPL. But here's the part nobody tells beginners. CPL actually changes a lot from industry to industry. For example, in retail and e-commerce, it is completely normal to see CPL around $20 to $30. Whereas in finance or B2B markets, seeing a CPL between $40 and $100 is totally normal because the competition is just way higher. Channels also behave differently. Paid search often has the highest CPL because people searching there usually have strong intent. Now, social media is cheaper, but quality may vary. Email and content sometimes take a long time to produce leads, but in the long run, they actually bring the cost down. Now, let's introduce another important metric: customer acquisition cost. Customer acquisition cost means the total cost to turn a lead into a customer. And from this moment on, we'll just call it CAC. CAC includes everything required to close the deal, not just generate the lead. A low CPL with a high CAC means you're attracting leads who don't convert. Well, that is an expensive hobby. The magic happens when CPL goes all the way down, while CAC goes down with it. Even if you track all this in a simple spreadsheet, the goal is simple. Understand where your money is going, how many leads you're getting from that same money, and how many of those leads you're actually transforming into revenue. Once you understand these numbers, decision making gets a lot easier. Start by optimizing where you're spending your money. If one channel is producing leads for $25 and another one is costing you $80, budget should flow toward what brings you quality, not just volume. Next, focus on improving your targeting and personalization. The better your message matches the right people, the less you're going to spend. A lot of beginners just burn money because they're trying to talk with everyone instead of talking to someone specific. Another way to reduce cost is improving your conversion rate. Even a small improvement can dramatically lower your customer acquisition cost. CAC. Higher conversion means you need fewer leads to produce the same amount of revenue. And finally, remove as many manual steps you can. We're talking about manual prospecting, manual follow-ups, manual nurturing. This is where cost quietly destroys your day. The more manual the process, the more hidden cost you have. Here's the truth: most founders will eventually find out the hard way. Lead generation gets really expensive when you're doing everything manually. You chase prospects one by one. You write every message from scratch. You try to remember who replied last week and who completely ghosted you. And even if you're doing everything right, your time, becomes the most expensive part of the process. This is exactly where an AI SDR like AnyBiz becomes the turning point. Instead of increasing your cost as you grow, the AI handles all the repetitive work that normally inflates your CPL. It finds the right people, keeps conversations alive, and follows up consistently, without you having to expand your team or your tools. Suddenly, your cost per lead isn't creeping upward, it's stabilizing, sometimes even dropping, because the heavy lifting isn't sitting on your shoulders anymore. Think of it this way: when your outreach gets more efficient, every dollar stretches further. Every single hour you used to spend prospecting now turns into time that you can actually use to improve your product, closing deals, or actually running your business for change. And that time, that reclaimed time, is what reduces your real cost more than any spreadsheet ever could. That's the real impact of AI to your lead generation. Not just more leads, more efficient leads, and lower cost without sacrificing quality. So that is how you measure, manage, and reduce your lead generation cost. When you actually understand your numbers, you stop guessing and start scaling with intention. And when you add AI into the mix, especially something as complete as AnyBiz, your cost per lead and your cost per customer start dropping down naturally. Make sure to like this video, subscribe, and let me know in the comments below if you want a full deep dive into CPL versus CAC for early stage startups. Thank you so much for watching that video for today, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.